Hello everyone, welcome to my Legends of the Force unboxing, a little bit delayed as I was at the Galactic Championship, which was an amazing time. Look forward to seeing some really cool content from that, including my interview with MJ, which may already be up by the time you're seeing this, as well as the vlog with the boys, which was really fun, first time doing that. Today I'm going to be unboxing a box of Legends of the Force, as well as one of each of the Spotlight decks, courtesy of Asmodee and FFG, who have sponsored this video. Thank you so much to both of those. I also, to both of them, I also have a giveaway. So I will be giving away in this video, and ideally to new players, but I'm not going to be being selective. I'll be giving away, if we push these off to the side here, not just one set of Spotlight decks, but I'll be giving away 2 sets of Spotlight decks that were very kindly sent over by Asmodee. So I will be sending over, so there'll be 2 winners. Each winner is going to get 1 of each Spotlight deck. So obviously ideal for new players who want to get into Star Wars Unlimited, but if you are an experienced player and you want to play these decks and you haven't been able to pick them up, of course, feel free to enter. I will cover shipping to anywhere in the UK. If you are in Europe, then I will also cover it. You thought I was going to say I'm going to charge, but no, I will also cover it. Anyway, in the UK and Europe, more than welcome to enter, and I will get these shipped out to you. I'll have more information about how to enter at the end of the video. I just wanted to get that in there now. So, before we get into the box, why don't we start with each of these Spotlight decks? So, this is going to be a little quick unboxing of these. I'm going to go through the cards, and then we will go onto the box. But what I want to say is, these Spotlight decks are, I think, possibly the best ones that FFG have done. So if we have a look, I believe it's on one of the sides here where it has the full card list. Maybe it's on the inside. Let's just crack into it and let's have a look. I'm gonna be a bit of an animal here and just rip into this. But so these leaders are very interesting. I think Qui-Gon is one of, if not the most interesting leaders in the game. Here is that little pack, which we'll put to the side. You get your tokens, which is very useful to get you started. And then at the bottom here, if I'm where I'm sure many of you are far more civilized than I am. We're just going to rip into this. We have our actual Spotlight deck there. So, what are we getting in here? Let's have a little look. Crack this open, and we get our Maul leader. So let's take a look at the leader card. I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm just going to sort of point out the key cards that are most relevant. And of course, one of those is going to be the leader. So, Maul leader here. Action, exhaust, use the Force. Deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a different unit. So a couple of things to note is that firstly, this is very efficient. This is free, right? So 2 pings for free is very good. However, if your opponent has 1 unit out and you have 1 unit out, you do have to ping your own unit. So that is something that you should be aware of. Deploys on 6 as a 5/6, Force and Sith traded. On attack, deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a different unit. So again, same sort of thing. This is a great pairing with blue, where you can play the sort of control-oriented strategy with a pretty scary leader when we get onto some of the support it got. And of course, this is going to come with a Force token, which also has, very helpfully, some tips and tricks on how to get the deck going. So I think that's very nice that they include that. Looking through the rest of the deck here, you're also going to get some tokens. You're going to get a copy of AiboAcademy. This is a really good rare unit and it works very well with Maul. Not because AiboAcademy will get you the Force, but because Maul will be able to deal a damage to AiboAcademy, and therefore AiboAcademy will be able to attack. I said AiboAcademy a bunch of times in that sentence. Ponkrell, similarly, this is a unit with Grit, which means that as you're able to deal damage to this, it's going to get very big. It's got 9 HP, so it's quite scary. Count Dooku, very powerful exploit card. Super good. Sith Holocron, another very useful card here, particularly in Kylo Tarkin Town. But again, dealing damage to your own units when you've got things like Grit can be quite nice. Fallen Lightsaber, this is incredibly scary. You get to just +3/+3 for 3 is very on rate, and potentially dealing 1 damage to your opponent's whole ground is also very relevant. Witch of the Mist, this card's been very, very good in competitive play. It featured in both the top finalists of the Galactic Championships deck lists, as it's a 1/3 for hidden, just a very, very versatile card, force traded. This is just a really solid card. Okay, Karis again. He gets with the 2/4 here. Just this Spotlight deck is just really solid. Night's Warrior. This is a fantastic card. Acolyte of the Beyond. This is a fantastic card. This is just really, really good aggro cards. Honestly, Kylo Ren. Looking through this, you get some Merins too. Talisman's Assassins. This card is incredible. Chirrut, another amazing card. You get a playset of Tyrannuses. This card is a bomb. Really scary. Particularly good in a deck like Maul because you have that ping, which means that even though Tyrannus is only attacking for 4, with that ping, you are going to be able to get that 5, hit that 5 HP threshold that will allow you to defeat most 3-cost units. Scimitar, this is very synergistic because you ping this once with Maul and suddenly it is a 6/3, which is very, very scary. Yeah, this is just a really solid Spotlight deck. Gives you a really good core of cards. Darth Sidious, one of the new cards here. 6/8 with Restore 2. When played, use the Force to defeat each non-Sith unit with 3 or less remaining HP. Obviously, with Maul being able to ping down those leaders, this can represent a really scary board wipe. 6/8, really, really solid. Drain Essence, dealing damage and giving you the Force. And of course, we have some Force chokes. And then Maul's Lightsabers. This is a very interesting card here. You attach it to a friendly non-vehicle unit. +4/+2 for 3, which is solid. But then when played, if the attached unit is Darth Maul, you can attack. And for this attack, he gains Overwhelm. So this is obviously very, very solid on this Darth Maul leader, but also extremely scary on the legendary Darth Maul from set 3, or I believe it's set 3, who would be swinging for 9, attacking 2 units at once, and potentially overwhelming. So very, very solid core of cards here in the Darth Maul deck. I think some really powerful options as well if you want to pivot off of Darth Maul into one of the other blue, black, red strategies that are very popular, like Kylo Tarkin Down or Taliesin Blue. So yeah, very, very solid. We will come on to this pack in a moment. Let's go ahead now. And oh, sorry, I didn't say, but this is actually a lot of tokens. I should have made that clear. Let's have a quick look at Qui-Gon now. So same sort of deal. Inside the Spotlight deck, we're going to get a pack, which we'll put here. And at the bottom here, we're going to go ahead and get the deck. And I'll be a little bit more speedy with this one now that we kind of have the lay of the land a bit. There we go. Put that over there. So the Spotlight deck. Qui-Gon Jinn. So I am a big fan of Qui-Gon as a leader. I think his ability is really, really cool. So what does he do? Action, use the Force. Return a friendly non-leader unit to its owner's hand. Play a non-villain unit that costs less than the return unit from your hand for free. And then deploy 6 as a 4/7, Force Jedi Republic traded. When this unit completes an attack and survives, you may return a friendly non-leader unit to its owner's hand. Play a non-villain unit that costs less than the return unit from your hand for free. And we are in green here. This deck can do so much cool stuff. This will probably need more upgrades than the Darth Maul deck, I think. But I think like this leader is so interesting. There's so many cool combos. If we have a quick look through here and we can just point out some of them. So obviously Maz is going to get big buffs every time you're doing that. Ahsoka, this is an amazing card to replay. Just super, super strong. Luke triggering. This is a little bit of anti-synergy with Qui-Gon because you can't necessarily do the bounce. But if you're able to get lots of Force tokens in a turn, which you will be with a 28 HP base, then you can find that Luke becomes very, very large. Sneak Attack is one of the best cards with Qui-Gon because you can sneak attack in a very large unit, and then you're not going to have the downside of the defeating the unit because you can return it to your hand with Qui-Gon and play something else. So really, really nice. And here we're going to see some Force units that are going to allow us to get the Force there. Curious Flock, this is very nice because it's a curve filler. R2 is very good to dig. Young Padawan, this card is great because it will ensure that you have the Force on turn 1. Obi-Wan Kenobi, this is one of the best cards in the game. 3/5, Sentinel, fantastic card. Maz Kanata, absolutely beastly card. Really, really strong to get that extra damage in. This is a great card in Qui-Gon because you usually won't have the downside. You will play this and then you'll return it to your hand and play out a 2-drop and you will have just drawn a card for free. And then, okay, so, sorry. This card has some of the most insane potential ever. If you are able to get an attack off with this card, the stuff you can do becomes very, very powerful. Now, in this deck, Keller and Beck is your best payoff. This card is incredible. So imagine doing Keller and Beck's ability twice. Imagine, and you can actually do a really powerful turn where you play Aether Sprite on 5, you attack with it, get the Force token, then you sneak attack in, get the Force token without one, or have the Force token, then sneak attack in the Keller and Beck, comes in active, play out 2 units, then you get to attack with the Keller and Beck, return it to your hand, play out a Depa Bilaba, attack with that, and then return that to your hand, and then play out like anything else. Just seems deploy your leader. It just seems really, really strong, and some other nice bomb options here. And then I think the Will of the Force. This is like Waylay on steroids, which is cool. And then Qui-Gon's lightsaber +2/+1 for 2 is very solid. And if you put it on Qui-Gon, you can exhaust any number of units with a combined cost of 6 or less. So this can be quite relevant. Pretty solid card. So there we go. Those are the 2 spotlight decks. As I said, I'll be giving away one of each to 2 people. So please do stay tuned till the end of the video to see exactly how you can enter that competition. But now, let's crack open these 2 packs that came in the spotlight deck. Let's see what, if anything, we get that is very, very exciting. That's surely not okay. I genuinely thought that might be a showcase for a second. I was like, surely not. Hyperspace Mother Talzin, which I believe that was in the mall. That was the mall pack, which is very, very thematic. So let's see here. I won't durdle too long on these packs because I'm sure you all saw my Carbonite case unboxing. So let's see if we've got anything exciting. We've got a Luminous Beings and then a foil HK Assassin Droid. And then let's have a look at what we got in here. We've got Ahsoka. Right, anything particularly exciting? Oh, we've got a nice little hyperspace there. Okay, a Talzin Assassin, very good card. We've got a Watto, Flight of the Inquisitor, Hyperspace Battle Fury, that is very nice. Eye of Scion, very, very nice. These are 2 really solid cards. Okay, great. So now that we've opened those, let's go ahead and get on to the box itself. And we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna start ripping these packs. So part of me was really tempted to save this to start practicing draft because limited PQs are coming, but you know, it is way more fun to just open this for you guys, and you know, it's an excuse for me to go and buy more boxes. Just don't let the board of directors, aka my wife, find out because she will not be best pleased with my financial decisions. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's my let's go ahead and get into this. So in terms of wants from the set, I'm still missing quite a few legendaries to complete my playsets. And I'd love to showcase Obi-Wan. I think that would be my most wanted card. Since going back from the Galactic Championships, I have managed to pick up my Showcase Kylo Ren, which obviously super excited about. So really, yeah, just looking for Showcase Obi-Wan and then just some other cool hyperspaces, really. So speaking of cool hyperspace, there's a Hyperspace Corrupted Saber, which is a very nice start there. And I should, you know what, I should be good here. Let's sort these here. Okay, so commons. Okay, uncommons. Karis, Rare Predicament. We got a rare Eye of Scion and a Hyperspace Foil Talzin Assassin. Nice. That is a good start. That is a very, very good pull. Talzin Assassin, of course, fantastic card. We got a Talzin already. There's another Hyperspace Foil back there, it looks like. Okay, so those were the commons. Gungi, one of the best cards in the game. Old Daka, very, very good as well. Shinhati, a legendary Mythosaur, and a Hyperspace Foil 8th Brother. So there we go. Mythosaur there. Not the best legendary when it comes to constructed play, but actually was the subject of one of the panels at the Galactics, Hyperspace Fisto, where they were talking about trinket text and how John Leo said he fought very, very hard to make sure that the leader, the ability for leaders to gain the Mandalorian trait stayed on the card. We've got a Sith Holocron there as a rare and a foil Acolyte. That is a nice rare. Sith Holocron is a really, really good card. I think one of the cards I underrated the most. It's just a very, very powerful combo card. Okay, so onto the uncommons here. We've got a Luke Skywalker rare there. That's very nice. And a foil Secretive Sage. This is a pretty good box so far. Nice rares. So in terms of legendaries, of course, you know, Anakin, Vader. I love those cards, so always be happy to see them. But I believe, I think I need one more Anakin. But otherwise, I think I mainly need like legendaries from the other colors. So I think I've got all the blue stuff I need, but I need legendaries from all of the other aspects. Right, let's see what we've got next. Oh, there is Soka Leader there. There's another nice looking little bit of border poking out there. Let's see what we got. Hyperspace Marion, very, very nice. Rare Time of Crisis and a foil heavy missile gunship. I believe that is actually completing my playset of Marions in hyperspace, so that's very, very nice in case I want to be doing a little bit of Kylo Tarkintown gaming in the future. Okay. Kylo Ren's lightsaber and a Captain Enoch. Of course, I'm a huge Kylo fan, if that wasn't clear. So, yeah, I would love a hyperspace or a hyperspace foil Kylo saber. That would actually be quite nice. Although it did get the lightsaber pack version, which is always very tempting to try and pick up. We've got a rare the Sun and a hyperspace foil or a Sing. That's nice. That is a very, very nice pickup. I will be putting that immediately in my expanded format Boba Fett yellow deck as soon as rotation kicks in with set 7. Oh, we got a hyperspace Awakened Spectres there. Okay, we've got a Plo Koon, TBU-11, Heavy Missile Gunship, and Trust Your Instincts, and a foil Night Saber. Coming up to halfway through the box. Only one legendary so far, so still lots of excitement still to come. Got a Snoke. Okay. Got a Dagoyan Master, Jocasta Shadow Points, a rare Ray, and a foil Sandtrooper Cavalry. Got a Hyperspace Anakin Skywalker there. Very, very nice. And a Hyperspace Crystal Case. Hyperspace Force Slow. I think this is one of the coolest arts in the set. Really, really cool indeed. Okay, we've got Following the Path. Oh, sorry, no, that's okay. Uncommons. Oh, nice. Hyperspace Darth Vader's lightsaber. I am very happy about that. A rare Mystic Monastery and a foil Mother. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. This card is sweet. Big fan. And yeah, if we get any more Sith leaders as well, I think grit is a keyword that is very, very powerful. And I'll be very interested to see if we can do some proper gaming on grit Sith leaders as we move forward. We've got a Morgan Elspeth there. Hyperspace Jedi Temple Guards. Okay, we've got a Kelleran, one of the best uncommons, and an Old Darker. Tara Onslaught, Fragmentation Doom, and a so this would have been a brutal draft pack to pick up. Like what are you supposed to choose? You know, that would be very, very tough indeed. Okay, we've got a Hyperspace Cal Kestis there. Oh, we've got another Hyperfoil in the back there. I can see it poking out. Exciting. Let's see what we've got. Owen Lars. We've got a legendary Darth Malak Hyperspace Foil Tip the Scales. That is a very, very cool card. And Darth Malak is a very, very cool legendary. So that is nice. I still think I'm missing one for my playset of Malaks and Prestige. So I definitely want to pick those up. Obi-Wan, my beloved. Surely FFG have sent me another showcase box, right? Surely. Let's see what we got here. Luminous Beings, another Luminous Beings there. And a foil Ravening Gundark. Okay. Hyperspace Gifted Urchins. Not a unicorn. Okay, Nameless Terror, Shin Hati, Lightsaber Throw, Invasion Control Ship, and a foil rare there, which is nice. Foil uncommon, rather. Not foil rare. Hyperspace Ahsoka Tano. That's a Hyperspace Longbeam Carrier. Okay. Syndralig, legendary. I was missing Syndralig, and then a Lothwolf foil there. I think I need to do a big reorganization of my full master sets, because I think they're getting a little bit unwieldy with how many sets I now have in binders. So I'm trying to think of a better solution. I'm thinking maybe just putting it in a big box. Another Captain Enoch there, a foil Nile Marauder. Putting it in a big box and just sorting it by set is probably the most sensible way to do it. Grand Inquisitor. Okay. As I have foreseen, the rare, I believe I actually needed one of those, and a foil Praetorian Guard. Yeah, I was also missing a bunch of rares after my Carbonite case, just because you don't get a huge amount of those. There's a Hyperfoil back there. Hopefully another one that I need. Okay, we've got Directed by the Force, Calm Storm, a rare Second Sister, and a Hyperfoil Jedi in Hiding. That's very nice. Oh, and all of the commons have sort of fallen over there because I'm a little bit of a mess doing this on my dining room table. I'm trying out my new equipment to see how good this is for unboxing videos. So I thought, now's a good opportunity to give them a go, see how it turns out. Okay, we've got Ben Skull, Gwyn Voss, size matters not, and a foil Ascension Cable. Final 4 packs. I think we're probably due one more legendary, at least. Okay, there's something nice hyper-y looking back there. Mace Windu, Hyperspace Depot Balaba, Virgin's Temple, and a foil Drain Essence. So those are some nice uncommons there. Righty-ho. Grand Inquisitor, Hyperspace, and Night Sister Leia. I do want the Hyperspace bases. I really want those. Okay, we got a... Oh, missed that there. Luthen Ryle, Focus on Duality, a legendary Oppo Rankisis, and a foil Darth Tyrannus. So I would say this box has not had the most constructed playable legendaries, but there's always an opportunity for things to turn around. Got a Vinay, Calm in the Storm, Hyperspace Shinhati, a legendary Marchian Row, and a foil Old Darker. I believe that my assessment is probably correct, but here we go, onto the final pack of this box. Let's see if we've got anything exciting in this last pack magic. No showcase. I can't believe FFG have sent me a box out to showcase. This is not what I was told would happen when I became an influencer. Aura Singh, Sysotin, Asmodee, The Burden of Masters, and a foil Force Slow. So there we go. That is the box opening. I'm going to cut over to me at my normal PC and we can chat more about how to enter the giveaway.
Hello, just to round out the video, you're wondering how you can win this pair of Spotlight decks. It's very, very simple. As I said, I'm giving away 2 sets of these, so 2 winners. All you need to do is go into the comment section after you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and just leave a comment letting me know what your favorite card from Legends of the Force is. After 2 weeks, I'm going to go through all of the comments, create a little list, and randomly pick 2 people, and I will send you a message on YouTube, and I'll also record a little update so you can see if you've won and you know to check your messages, and I will cover postage worldwide. So yeah, thanks so much again to Asmodee and FFG for allowing me to give away these fantastic Spotlight decks to you, and I hope you enjoy the games you get with them. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, of course, to enter the giveaway, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Cheers.